There's a man named Kenneth Bering who used to be a co-owner of the Seattle Seahawks. He was worth about $500 million at the time. I don't know what his net worth is now. It's probably increased. And he said his life went through 4 stages. The first stage was called stuff. He said, I wasn't happy, and I figured if I had a lot of stuff, I'd be happy. So he got a lot of money, made a lot of money, bought a lot of stuff. He had a private plane, a private yacht. He had the big house. He had the fancy cars. He had everything he wanted, art collections, great wine from around the world. And he said, I still wasn't happy. So I figured maybe I needed better stuff. So he said, the next stage of my life, I just bought a bigger plane, a bigger yacht, a better house, better wine, more expensive this. I still wasn't happy. And he said, well, maybe I was collecting the wrong stuff. And so I created the phase of my life called different stuff. And that's when he said, I bought the Seattle Seahawks. Said, maybe if I own a professional football team, that'd make me happy. Said, I still wasn't happy. And then he got a call from a friend who said, I'm going to go over to Bosnia, and we're going to take a plane full of wheelchairs, and all these kids that have either been born malformed or have lost their legs to landmines, we're going to give them wheelchairs, because wheelchairs give them mobility and freedom. And so he got in the plane with his friend, and they flew over to Bosnia, and he got off, and they were putting all these kids in wheelchairs. And he said, I picked up this first kid. He was about 11 years old, didn't weigh much. He was real thin. And I put him in a wheelchair. And I went to turn away to get another wheelchair, and the kid wouldn't let go of me. I turned back around. I looked down, and there was tears coming down his face. And he said, please don't go yet. And then through an interpreter, he said, I just want to look at your face so I can memorize it. So when we meet again in heaven, I'll be able to thank you one more time. And he said, I started to cry uncontrollably. And he said, it was the first time in my life I felt pure joy. And as a result, Ken came back and he started the Wheelchair Foundation. They've given away over 400,000 wheelchairs to kids around the world. And he said, I've never been happier in my life.